Okay, well, change is a pretty broad concept. A lot of people have trouble wrapping their heads around it. As far as my advice to people, the biggest thing I would say is start with you. It's kind of a cliche to say it, but all change starts with you. You need to think about, why you might want to create change in the world, what your motivation is, what that change would look like, what you're going to do, and then start thinking about how you're going to create that change. And that can be a very deep reflective process for someone. Once you've sort of looked at the world and looked at yourself and identified something that you would like to see differently, that's your change. Having done that, of course, you need to figure out how you're going to do it. Two of the biggest ways to do that are through influencing people or by simply spreading ideas and inspiring other people. Examples of that, as far as influencing people directly, teachers, politicians, salespeople, anybody who interacts with large numbers of people on a regular basis has the ability to influence those people in their lives. And of course, going to somebody who simply spreads ideas, a writer sitting behind a typewriter can write something that will change the world. So in that respect, you can do it simply by spreading ideas and then releasing them out into the world to implement change amongst other people. Outside of that, change doesn't always happen instantaneously. Simple changes are very easy to do, but the payoff is really not that great. If I want to change the color of my shirt, I can go into the closet and put a different color shirt on, but that's not necessarily going to change my life or anyone else's. So you need to take a longer view of things. Have a sense of patience, while you're trying to implement your change. Take some time, even if it's a plan, it might take a little while for it to develop, and you have to wait until that plan comes to fruition. You also might not have the resources to create the kind of change you want, and that can be something that might take decades. If it's something extremely long-term, you might build an entire career around it. You might need to draw on other people, draw on other resources, apply for grants in the business world, pitch plans, make business deals, anything of that sort. But in that respect, you need to kind of take a couple of steps back from the change you want to create, and then make sure you take the time and plan, and then implement that plan to create the change.